I rang my wife at 1 o'clock in the morning to say goodbye, and that's how serious I thought it was. It was pretty scary. You just go into robot mode and all your training and education kicks in. It took a bit of time, we thought through, implemented the steps, and we're here today. We're New Zealand's oldest European fishing family, been fishing since 1827. So I've come up from crew to skipper to vessel owner, and commercial fishing has just been part of our life all along. My father was fishing, my grandfather was building boats, my two uncles were fishing, so obviously I was going fishing. There's something special working in a family business with your family. Fishing is recognised as one of the most hazardous industries on earth. Up to 100,000 commercial fishermen a year, like globally, die. It's quite a number, and I've certainly seen a lot of friends and family injured and lost. If a fisherman gets badly injured or disappears, it doesn't really matter where they are in the country, the whole industry feels it. And I get emotional when I think about it, even if I didn't know them, because it's such a close-knit family. Lost at sea is every family's fear, because you don't get them back quite often, and that's really, really hard to deal with.
Yes, that was pretty shocking. It's not how you like to be woken up in the middle of the night, but spent a few hours awake there praying, and then all of a sudden had this feeling of peace, and I figured he's either safe or he's gone, so I can get to sleep now.
If I can stop one person making some of the mistakes I made, well then job done.
And that's something he's very passionate about, and being out there and knowing what they're up against makes a big difference to people that have got all the book knowledge but don't have that practical experience.
Yeah, walking a day in the shoes is important. People die, but they should never die at work. They should die warm and happy with a full belly in bed. The worst thing we can do is say that will never happen to me. And when you start thinking that way, it will happen to you. Training is so difficult for fishers because they're at sea, and when they're home they don't want to be sitting in a classroom, they want to be at home with their family. So that's where I thought, well, online has to be the answer. So MarineSAFE is a series of online training video courses. Sit there and you'll be able to see different videos on actual vessels and actual people working and doing things safely. It's actually a tool to show you how to work safely.
It was something that we collaboratively talked about on the basis that ACC had some funding available. We thought it would be really important for us to think about delivering those types of messages in a different form. Darren's suggestion that we did it through video was gold, really, because it was something that we could use to good effect. Fishermen, by their very nature, haven't got a lot of time, and to be able to come up with resources like that, really seemed to fit the bill.
You'll be emailed a certificate that you can just put straight in your training folder, add it to your CV, and then you can go from one workplace or one vessel to another, and you've already got that training pathway with you. Just ask yourself, if I don't come home, what does it mean for my friends and family? And that's really what drives me, is most of us work to provide for the family and be with our friends and have good times. If you are injured or lose your life at work, that doesn't happen anymore. And think about those you leave behind, because those you leave behind will pay the price of your poor decision for the rest of their lives.